Well, after the last couple of weeks on global stock markets, China is on everyone's mind and its effect on the global economy and where to from here. It's been two of the most volatile weeks that we've seen in 5 or 6 years, and it's unnerved a lot of investors. There's a couple of things that I think you should bear in mind though. Firstly, never confuse a stock market with an economy. In a lot of countries, the stock markets, whilst they give some indication of the underlying economic growth and activity, are not wholly representative. And Australia even itself is actually a very good example of that, where we're so heavily skewed to miners and to banks. Secondly, it's been a long time since we've had a big correction on the markets, and this one doesn't, at its core, in my mind, have really strong underpinning economic issues. This is more an investor reaction, and it's actually the correction of a significant run-up. In the 12 months to July this year, before the market started the first phase of this correction, the Chinese market had actually increased 150% in a 12-month period, or just a little bit over. The fact that the markets then pulled back 40% should not be a surprise to anyone. And if anything makes my point around the economy and the market not being linked, in that period, the Chinese economy grew by 6 or 7%. It didn't grow by 150. So the correction in the market was always going to occur and was always due. The other thing that I bear in mind is there's a lot of other things around the world that are actually working well. And whilst this correction in particular may have delayed the rate increase in the US, it's certainly a very strong economy there. Employment, housing, manufacturing are all looking very good. And the last point I'll perhaps leave you with is, what is life actually like in China for the average worker? Now, yes, we've got some people who've speculated on the share market. About 10% of the money that's gone into the share market in the last year is estimated to have been borrowed money. But what is life like for the ordinary Chinese worker who's not speculating? Well, in the period from 2010 until now, their wages have doubled. And in the 6 years before that, their wages had doubled from that time again. So yes, the Chinese economy is heavily leveraged to the consumer, and it's also investment, infrastructure and construction. But both of those things, to my mind, will hold up very well in the period to come. So ignore the volatility, focus on where you should be long term, and understand when markets go up 150%, sometimes they are going to come back a bit. And it's not the end of the world.